Yo, what is up? The ceiling? No, Chauffeur Bro Chris. How you guys doing today? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to Sense Memories of the Starry Sky for the PlayStation 4. So last time, oh my god, so of course we start off the playthrough. We started the story, the visual novel. Okay, the start was pretty heartbreaking already. So the story started off a flashback sequence. There's this dude named Tayaka, and we didn't know too much about him though. But that's the first character we saw on screen, and he's the older brother of this protagonist named Janya. Yeah, and yeah. So, but going back to the flashback, apparently. Takaya, he had a car crash and stuff like that. It didn't explain on how he got into a car crash. Yeah, he was driving Janya to like a job or something. He wanted to meet some people at this job, I believe. I don't remember fully, but something like that. But all of a sudden, as I said earlier, Tayaka he got into a car crash and apparently he's up there now. God rest his soul. But yeah, and we gotten answers after that flashback. We kind of gotten answers, but I'll get to that into a little bit. But let's get through all the characters that we met from the first part so far. So yeah, Takaya, he's dead now, sadly, and Janya, the protagonist, and we also met these two obviously cute girls. Oh my god, that are childhood friends of Janya. This one girl named Chihaya, she's a cutie, and this other girl named Hinata with big boobies, she's a cutie as well. Oh my god, man. But yeah, again, they're both childhood friends of Janya, and I believe, unlike Hinata, Chihaya, she has a little thing for Janya, romantically involved, but we're not 100% sure. I just get the vibe from. Well, I don't know about y'all, but I get the feeling getting a vibe from Chihaya that she might be in love with Janya. Who knows? We'll once we get through the game, we'll get our answers. But what I'm between those two girls, I'm mostly simping for Hinata. As I said before, she has giant boobies, man. They're oh my god. Man, it is impossible not to, Anyway, they're juicy. The more you look at them, they're big. I'm telling you. But yeah, so yeah, that was Chihaya and Hinata, and then we also gotten to meet this other dude, another brother of Janya and Takaya. This dude named Jin. Yeah, Jin. Yeah, he's another brother. Again, another brother of those two guys. And I don't know. I didn't know too much about him, but he. I know one of the parts that he drove Jin. I guess they were doing their jobs. They were doing some deliveries and stuff like that. And apparently, Jin's parents, his whole family, they own a convenience store or something like that, a 24/7 store. And speaking of Jin's family and of course Janya, we also got to meet two more cutie girls so far. Okay, this one cute pink hair girl who's also a little sister of Janya, named Mizora. Oh my god, man. Her voice, everything, she is a QT. I'm telling you. She has that energetic feel of being a little sister, and also she know how to cook and stuff. She prep up for a breakfast for her family, Junya, and of course their dad. And if I'm not mistaken, their mom, we never saw her, and I believe she's deceased also, or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I probably will figure out later on anyway. Again, I'm still new to this series that I never even heard of. But yeah, Mizora, I love Mizora. The first thing she did on screen is that she woke from the next day in the morning. Junya was asleep, and she was trying to wake up, and she had a spatula in her hand, and she was like trying to hit Junya if he hadn't woken up and stuff. Stuff like that, you know. Yeah, and then but yeah, Mizora, I love Mizora though. Man. And she also have a bestie also named Anyano. Oh my god, Anyano, she's another cutie. I believe she's another girl who romantically has an interest for Junya. And she also loves to read too. That after she found out that Junya is a reader too, to read books, you know, and she wanted some recommendations from Junya. Yeah, which is pretty wholesome, you know. So yeah, from that part, again, that's all happening. All that happened from the breakfast part of the story, and Junya is also in a university. Junya Mizora, she's also not in university. She's in high school, I believe. Again, for a little sister, her and Ayano and stuff like that. And one more girl that, oh my god, she's cute but crazy at the same time. But at the same time, she has every right to be. This girl named Asura. I believe that's her name. That was the only character I was struggling to remember her name. But Asura, she's like a younger girl who randomly showed up in the story, and apparently she knew the events of what happened to Takaya. And speaking of that, apparently it was aka Junya, the protagonist, it was his fault, my fault, because I was doing a Q&A of Tayaka while he was driving. Again, he was driving from the first sequence from the beginning of the story. Yeah, he was driving. I was interviewing him, asking him questions, aka being distracted, and I was like in the backseat too, Junya. Yeah, so that's the cause of Takaya's death, because of me, and apparently that girl who came out of nowhere and just say, "It's all your fault! It's all your fault!" I became Gene Snitsky. How apt. So yeah, what a crazy start, man, and I'm invested to know more on about after that tragedy. And Takaya, another special thing about this dude, he was also a role model to people. He also helped people out while he was alive and stuff like that. Yeah, he loved to make friends and stuff compared to Junya. But yeah, again, Takaya, he was a role model to everyone, and now he's gone, and the little girl, she's just devastated on what just happened, and now she hate me, Junya, at this point. But I'm pretty sure we're going to make her love us later on. That's why we're going to continue on. I'm really looking forward to this story. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, you know. So yeah, without any further ado, let's continue with Sense Memories Off the Starry Sky.
Once my lecture was over, I stretched out on a bench on campus.
This was one of my regular spots. It was a quiet, insignificant spot on campus, and the lack of foot traffic made it all the more relaxing. I don't have work today, right? I made it my routine to go over my schedule for the day whenever I have free time, which was generally during my morning or afternoon break. Just to be sure, I checked my schedule on my phone. I was still being treated like a part timer and would only come in when they needed extra help, like what happened yesterday. I wasn't scheduled for work today, which meant I was free until later this evening. This time of my life was precious, and I never get my 20s back again, so I needed to make good use of it. Okay. Look for Chihaya, go home and sleep. I can't look for Hinata? I mean, I love Chihaya too, but still, Jesus. Look for Chihaya. I was worried about what Chihaya had brought up yesterday. There had been multiple times in the past when she had brought up things she had wanted to do on a whim. Everything always got hazy midway through, and I was sure this time would end up the same. Or so I assumed, but it might play out differently since the former estate was involved. Chihaya, she hasn't gone home yet, right? Apparently not. There's the big boobies. Oh my god, man. Just as I was about to stand up, Chihaya and Hinata showed up. Coinky dink. They knew about my regular hangout spots and would occasionally meet up here. Well, there were lots of cases where they would message me on Choco and ask to meet up too. Oh my god. I sat down and Chihaya joined me on the bench, always close to me. Which I'm not complaining though. Hinata, meanwhile, remained standing. No, come on, Hinata, sit down with us. Well, it depends if the bench, well, I'm guessing the bench behind Chihaya has enough room. This bench wasn't especially large. Oh, that answers my question, but it wouldn't be impossible for all three of us to sit at once if we scrunched a little more closely together. As long as I'm close to Hinata's boobies, if she was sitting, that'll make it even better. But Hinata wouldn't even try to sit even if we made space for her. Why? She had demonstrated as much right after she had enrolled in the university. The two of them were generally quite close, and relatively speaking, Hinata's speech and mannerisms towards Chihaya weren't so reserved, but it was in these moments that Hinata took pride as her attendant. It may have been an exaggeration to put it that way, but it showed just how much she respected Chihaya. Wow. So, listen. What's up, Chihaya? Despite being seated next to each other, it sounded like Chihaya was having more trouble breaking the ice than usual. Did you learn anything about that girl from yesterday? Asora. That's her name. Now it made sense. That's what she had come here to ask. Of course you would be curious, especially considering what the girl had shouted right in front of us. Right. It's still, shocking to say the least. Not a thing. Neither Mizora nor Dad had a clue either. Love Mizora, by the way. I see. Hey, Junior, are you alright? Well, that was my response on, well, I mean, well, that again, for what just happened the other day, the little girl. I see, that's what they were really here for. those were old friends for you. We were close enough that they could tell what I was thinking about when that girl showed up at Shingendo yesterday. Yeah, that's the place, the store. I'm fine, thank you. More importantly, I should ask you to be sure. Do either of you know anything about that girl? Chihaya nodded to my somewhat forced change of subject. No, I don't believe I've ever seen her before. Hinata says she doesn't recall her either. I figured. I wonder what her deal was. There are limits to how senseless as a person can be. Whoa, Hinata's voice was crazy scary. She sounded expectationally cranky. Well, I mean, yeah. It didn't sound. It kind of sounded neutral in my opinion. That's just me though. That girl seemed awfully upset. Perhaps we should try to talk to her again. I agree. I agree. you know, uh, uh, do not look at Junya. All of a sudden the bad guy just because he made a little mistake. He distracted his brother for getting into a car crash. That's great in theory, but we have no idea who she is or where she came from. That's true. Given how she acted, who's to say she won't drop by Sengendo? You got a point there, Hinata. Got a point there. Yeah, most likely we should expect it. Yeah, instead of us coming to her, she'll come to us like she did previously. That girl seems to have some brood against you, Junya-san. Yeah, I mean, speaking facts, Hinata. Everything she said was incredibly rude, but how she acts is more of a problem. There's no guarantee that Chihaya-sama wouldn't come to harm. Oh, definitely Chihaya. I cannot see her, coming to harm myself. Oh, now it made sense why she looks so upset. Hinata was wary of that girl. I doubt she'll do anything that extreme. Hopefully not. More extreme than the Hardy Boys. Hopefully not. Or we shouldn't leave her like that, though. True. I was worried too. After all, that girl was. It is true, however, that there's little to be done about an adversary you know nothing about. Yeah. The next time she comes to Segendo, we should at least get a name out of her. We should get to our main point. Oh, that's right. There wasn't much else that we could say about that girl. At Hinata's prompting, Chihaya clapped her hands together to change the mood and... Do you mind if we pick back up our conversation from yesterday? Might as well. We weren't in a talkative mood after that girl had left, so Chihaya and Hinata had left. Oh, sure, I don't have work today either. Oh my god. Glad to hear it. Nice. Chihaya was delighted and grabbed my right wrist. What's she doing with my right wrist after that? What's she gonna do after that? Let's go then. Oh my god. To where? Grandfather's house, of course. I have a car ready for us. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Chihaya kept a firm grip around my wrist as she rose to her feet and walked off, but not without Hinata's trailing close behind. So her boobies pressed on my back. Hopefully, just saying. I really wasn't going to run away, even if she didn't deliberately grab me by the hand. Oh my god. Okay, new background. You may go. I'm going to walk home. Chihaya said as much to the Hojo family's personal chauffeur that had brought us from the university to near the old estate. Oh wow, a chauffeur! And the driver silently nodded and departed. Okay. Oh my god. Uh, Cars sure are great. Let me catch a ride in the mornings too. Chihaya and Hinata were driven to school as a matter of household policy. In that aspect, she was the definition of a high school girl or high class girl. Oh my god. You can't. It would be a problem if anyone were to start a rumor about Chihaya-sama. I wouldn't start a rumor with this cute creature. I guess that also applied to the attendant she had with her who interjected without a moment's delay. I wouldn't mind, but father is a different story. Chihaya forced a smile, then walked on ahead of us. Nice. This way. Okay. Oh my god. We were currently walking a bit north of Sagendo, an area that had been lined with houses for ages near Matoi Station or something like that. The Hojo family had lived in these houses for generations, but Chihaya mother had a home with better access to transportation built around the time she got married. Huh. This was the old Hojo estates. This takes me back. It does. The three of us played here often when we were children. Childhood friends. Right? Let's go inside, Junya-san. Yes, ma'am. Sure. Oh my god. I did as Hinata prompted. You better. Stood in front of the gate and grabbed the handle. Upon closer inspection, it appeared to be locked and domed a sizable keyhole in the doorway. Are you serious? Chihaya gave me the key. Oh, wow. There is none. Huh? There is no key. Hang on, did the narration say she gave me the key, or I wasn't paying attention? Probably I wasn't paying attention. What did she mean? For administrative purposes, we collected all the keys used at the old estate after grandfather passed away. Oh yeah, the grandfather passed away, but the key to the front gate was never found. Are you? Oh wow. We will need to have a new key made if we intend to visit the estate more often going forward. That's true. I'll have a talk with father about it. Yeah, I want to hang out with these two in their old place. She could have had that discussion any time and didn't really help our current predicament. How do we get in? Is there a back entrance or something? We can't just climb up and open it from the inside? Yeah, that would be too conspicuous. She sounded nonchalant about it, but the gate was fairly tall. I'm the one climbing it, aren't I? Oh my god, that cute giggle. The anime grunt. Fine. All I got was a smile and a glare in return, suggesting that I neither were going to object. Well, I should have expected as much. After setting aside my bag and jacket, I reach up. Oh! Oh wow. And pulled myself up and over the top of the fence. Oh, so okay. Hup. Wow, I'm impressive, Jonya. Who do you think made me do this? I love Chihi's voice. Based on the look she was giving me, Chihaya didn't seem to understand what I was implying. Oh well, I hadn't expected a response in the first place. Hup. Oh, nice. I leaped to the ground and opened the gate from the inside. Oh my god. Chihaya slipped her way in once it was pushed particularly ajar.
さあ行きま
Uh,
しょう。玄関の鍵
Alright,
は持
let's
ってる
go. I have the key to the front entrance. Alright. Man, the scenery looked nice again. I would love to go to these. I keep saying that these places in Japan, these houses, these clans, whatever. Chihaya ran on ahead without assessing a single word of thanks.
ありがとうございます、
Uh,
ジュンヤさん。
Thank you very much, Junya-san. Hey, anything for your big boobies, baby. Okay, I
お客様も
can't.
そう思っているはずです。
I am sure Chanya-sama feels the same way. I'm pretty sure too. It's fine. It just means we are close enough that we don't have to worry about stuff like that.
それは、
Uh,
そうですが。
that's certainly possible. We haven't been here in a while, and she feeling impatient. Come on, let's head inside.
そうですね。参りましょう。
Good idea. Let's. Right? Oh my god. The property was built in the early Meiji era and very much felt like an estate. The same could be said for the house Chihaya and Hinata were currently living in, but this place looked like an entirely different world to a commoner like me. It doesn't really seem like it's vacant, though. I was expecting more dust or something.
電気も水道も
Uh,
止めて
the
ないそうです
electricity and water should still be on. As she spoke, Hinata flipped the light switch by the door. Okay.
あら
Oh,
おかしいです。
that's strange. It's not working. The electricity should still be in service. Are you- Yeah, no wonder it's still dark in the background of the arts. She flicked the switch a few times, but there was no response. Could this be? I bet the breaker is tripped. The place is normally unoccupied, so I'm sure it's only turned on for cleaning.
ああ、そういうことですか。
You think so?
今日はこのままでもいいんじゃ
Well,
ない
we don't need to worry about it right now, especially if we just walk around in the daytime.
千早様が
Oh yeah, there's still some light outside anyway. So long as you're fine with that, Chihaya-sama, right? Chihaya surveyed the room with a nostalgic look in her eyes, then started her trek up the staircase to the second floor. She's a happy camper,
お
huh?
じい様が亡くなってから
Father never looked especially happy about the idea, so I haven't come here since grandfather passed away. Right?
ぐるっと見て回ってもいい
Do you mind if I take a look around? Go for it. Might as well. That look nice. I want to explore. I would love to explore this room this again. This is it. This is where we used to run around and play together. Man, imagine houses like this, buildings like this, whatever you want to call them, here in America. You know, seriously, oh my god, I want to go to Japan so bad. We sure did. Well, we sure did. Unlike Chihaya and Hinata, it had been well over 15 years since I had stepped foot onto this estate, a Japanese estate. I know it's a lot more different than a state in America, that's for sure. Although my recollection was fuzzy, memories of those days were flooding back to me. I remember slipping and nearly falling down the stairs a lot. Oh, yes! Oh, yes? That takes me back.
でしょ
Doesn't it? I can't believe Father wants to demolish
って
it.
いうの
He wants... Oh, for real? Huh?
That unsettling word particularly came out of nowhere, and all I could do was turn toward Chihaya in astonishment. Right? Uh, Demolish? Aren't you going to renovate? Yeah, the shop that she said from the last part.
ごめんなさい。
Ah,
話
uh,
が前後
go
しちゃった。
say. I didn't explain the situation correctly.
住宅の管理が決ま
Uh,
ってなかったって
remember when I
ことなん
said
だよね。
he hadn't decided yet how to manage the property? My father said it might just be better to tear the place down. I mean, without any,
Like they didn't like all the they didn't like come together. Chihaya, the father, and stuff like that didn't come together and like make an agreement. Because I disagree.
do not demolish it,
更地
man.
にして懇意にしている不動産
He would rather
に
turn
在
it
籍するそうです。
into a vacant lot and let a realtor he's friendly with sell it off. It's going to be sold. Unfortunately, I'm sure he can't afford to leave the place unoccupied. It takes a lot of time and effort to keep an unused home clean, so I imagine it's out of his hands. The maintenance costs in a place like this would surely be nothing to sneeze at. That was my thought process behind it, but Chihaya and Hinata simply glared back at me. Especially Hinata. Oh my god.
ずいやひどい。
Oh man.
かけがえのない思い出を共有する仲間
Hang
だと
on.
思ってたのに。
You're horrible, Janya. And here I thought you were a friend I share irreplaceable memories with. We are.
人間と
I
してど
am.
うかと思います。 純也さん。
I question you as a human being, Janius. I love Hinata, man. I'm trying not to explode, man. They're big. I'm sorry.
Gorenasai.
I had said something that terrible. Had I said something that terrible, Jesus.
私は嫌。
I don't like it. I have tons of memories here with grandfather and grandmother. Oh yeah, they're deceased grandparents. That is pretty heavy.
それに
and,
ひなたと
and also with the
純也がね
both of you. Oh my god.
だから
You know, that's why I want to that's why I want to save this house. Yeah, I mean, oh my god, Again, I don't know about John, but man, yeah. I don't know about John yet. But yeah, I would have saved it too. This looks nice still. Even as it's vacant. Hinata unlock and push open one of the doors, relieving a room packed with rows of bookcases. This library was yet another place we had often played hide and seek together. This looks nice to play hide and seek. It's more confined than I thought. It felt more like we were in a forest back in the old days.
背が伸びて体も大
We
き
have
くなり
grown
ま
up,
したしね。
matured since then. That's true. There was a tiny desk over near the window. Grandfather Hojo always used to sit here, right?
おじいさまはこの書斎が好きだったか
Grandfather
ら
loved this study. This was always where he did his paperwork.
今思うと
When I think back on it now, perhaps he enjoyed watching us play.
Wholesome, man.
そうね。
Maybe it would make me happy if he did. I mean. Oh wow. Oh she turned around. That's the first sprite to see her. Oh my god. She had long pretty hair. Chihaya smiled and looked around the room. Okay, so is
Me.
Hinata's boobies looking at me now? Dust particles danced through the air as she walked around the room as if Chihaya were searching for her old self.
満足した。
Uh,
出ましょう。
I'm satisfied. Let's go. Nice. Hinata slid open the shutters and light flittered into the room. Oh my god. See, again, these Japanese type of houses, estates, I want to explore there one day, man. This look nice. The whole Japanese culture, again, the room, how it's structured, man. The signs, the decorations, everything. It looks oh my god. It looks different. I want to go there. We excited her grandfather's study and found ourselves in a nearly sitting room. A sitting room. This looks so nice. It was a spacious Japanese freaking style room that looked like it could fit any number of people hanging scrolls.
Like me, I would love to hang out there. Scrolls.
Still yet, adorned the elevated alcoves along with the music box had been left on the shelf. A large grandfather clock had taken up residence on the pillar near the veranda for as long as I could remember, but it no longer displayed the correct time. The clock stopped. It never did work. Oh, for real. Clock tower. It didn't. We didn't have a key to wind it, so it was left up for decoration. As she spoke, Chihaya gently ran her finger along the clock's exterior. That reminds me of something. Chihaya clapped her hands together almost like she remembered something important. Did she do that earlier? She loved doing that, huh?
I did it for her.
My greatest memory of all is from when I live here. Lucky you to live in a place like this. You lived here? That was news to me.
Me too.
Really? I look over at Hinata Boobies, the local Chihaya experts. However, Hinata simply shook her head. This is from before I met you, I assume. If I recall correctly, Hinata and Chihaya met around the time they were in kindergarten. Oh my god. Yes, it was around the time when I was 5 years old. Cutie. Of course, I don't remember much from the point in my life. Yeah, especially for a childhood. Well, or at least like a 3-year-old. That's hard to remember. Or anything will happen during that event. Chihaya stuck her tongue out briefly and smiled.
Anime.
But it was so much fun. I do remember that much. If I lose this house, those memories will be lost with it. I just have a feeling. Johnny, I don't know about you, but let's not make Chihaya, break down in tears. It'll be sad. Let's not make this cutest creature, devastated. Memories you couldn't recall, huh? That's why I made that request to father. I renovate the old estate and turn it into a shop. Yeah, as you said earlier. So why a shop? There's no need to demolish it if people could congregate here and it creates value, right? Father also said I could do whatever I want until graduation. Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
Say yeah, Janya.
What's wrong with you, bro? I wasn't sure how to respond to Chihaya. What do you mean? Chihaya's experience and I. Do you think Chihaya's dad will go along with something like that, Hinata? Sadly, no. I highly suspect he didn't take anything of what Chihaya-sama said seriously. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I could see that. You're both horrible. I'm perfectly serious. I understand. No problem. I'll make a lovely little shop here. That is lovely. do you want some? Do you want some help getting started?
え
I'm pretty sure she does.
え、お願いして
Yes.
もいい？
Would you mind,
いや
Jonya?
いや、
Do I have a choice? I guess. Why not? Sure, this is normal for you, after all.
嬉し
Happy to hear it. There you go, bro. I assume you're going to help too, Hinata.
い。もちろんです。
Of course. That's my girl. Yeah, this was to be expected. What kind of shop were you thinking of renovating this place into? Have she told us before?
それは、
Well, well,
これから決める。
I haven't decided yet. Fair enough. This too was the same old, same old. We took a general walk around the house, then called it quits for the day. Scenery looked nice, man. I can't stop saying that. The sunset, man. Chihaya had to decide what kind of shop she wanted it to be before we could do anything. Alright, this can only be locked up from the inside. We could just leave this open. Oh my god. Oh, the close ups, even the boobies. Anime gasp, anime gasp. Yeah, I get it. Oh my god. Was I seriously going to have to climb over this gate to lock and unlock it every time we came here? There's no way, right? That'd be a hassle if we did. Oh my god. Oh, now where are we? After leaving the estates, the three of us split up in front of Matoi Station. Matoi Station. Nice. Okay, it was late by the time I made it back to my place on foot. Segendo, that's what it called, the place. Yeah. Segendo left its front entrance open during business hours, so that meant Misora or Dad, if he came back, was likely attending the store. Okay. Someone was standing in the entranceway. Oh, is it the girl again? I could only make out their silhouettes or something like that. I believe that's how you pronounce it due to the lack of light, but it appeared to be a smaller child. Oh my god. I know who you're referring to. That's not Mizora.
Obviously,
I continue to strain my eyes. I forgot her name, by the way. I know, but I know what was who's the little girl we're referring to. But the figure disappeared into the building. Is it that girl? Obviously. Oh my god! You're gonna say your catchphrase? It must be the same girl from yesterday. Seem it is. Nobody was in the office. If Mizora had skipped out on watching the store, then she was going to get an earful from me later. Oh boy. Come on, I know what you're going to say. Once she stepped inside, her figure went rigid. The first clench at her side was trembling ever so slightly. She gawked restlessly at her surroundings and must have been too overwhelmed to have noticed my presence. Oh, cute voice. Here we go again. The girl instantly planted herself on the ground the moment she heard my voice, covered her head with both hands, and squeezed her eyes shut. Oh my god, cute. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You're the girl who came by yesterday, right? As soon as the girl realized I was the one who had spoken to her, she jumped emphatically back to her feet. It's not my fault, okay? That's how she sounded, or something like that. It's not my fault, okay? Oh my god.
Here we go again.
Huh? Although her face flushed bright red and she pointed a glare in my direction. It's because I thought nobody was here. You're careless. It's not my fault. Speechless, man. Tears began to brim in the corner of her lashes, almost as if I had done something horrible to her. Just a little sudden accident. Oh, I get it now. She likely thought I was accusing her of trespassing. That kind of makes sense right there too. And as the girl said, there was nobody in the office. Darn it, Misora. It wasn't uncommon for the older residents from the neighborhood association to drop by to chat, so it wasn't a big deal. But still, suddenly the girl tried to slip by me and make a break for it. Oh God! Wait! I reached out on reflex and grabbed the girl's arm from over her jacket. Oh my God! Ah, she's adorable. That expression. She can. Ah, man. I will let her stare at me like that all day. Seriously. Anyway, I realized her arm, but even through her jacket, it felt incredibly slender. It was so thin. I briefly wondered if I might break it. Oh my God. Oh, what? Nani? Oh, cute voice. Um, um, I wasn't sure how to respond. Obviously, there's plenty I wanted to ask. Of course, like why has she come here to yell at your face, bro? Who was she? Well, what relationship has she had with Takaya? I mean, she's another. I'm pretty sure she's another one of the residents that look at him as a role model, like most people do. Yeah, what did she mean by what she said before? However, I didn't think now was the right time to ask any of those questions. This office is open to the public, so I don't care if you come in without asking permission. Oh wow. Hmm. You know, which roughly translates to you haven't done anything wrong, so you don't need to run away. Okay, hey, yeah, okay.
Junia's pretty chill, even if that wasn't the policy, right?
I want to talk to you more. There you go. Come on, let's make friends, okay? Just pretend this whole Takaya, you know, predicament never happened. You, the person who knew about Takaya, the one who interacted with Takaya face to face, who yelled at me, and had been living rent free in my head since we met. Careless. Oh my God. I guess it would make me happier if you would call us dependable, right? It's proof that we trust our neighbors too. Judging by the look on her face, she probably thought to herself, "What is this guy talking about?" I frantically searched for a proper segue to avoid getting discouraged or something like that. Hey, would you mind telling me your name? Why? So we get to know each other a little bit more. Well, I thought using your name might help avoid spooking you in the future. What does that even mean? It appeared I had somehow crossed the line. I didn't think it was a bad idea to ask for her name, though. I mean, that's never a bad idea if you want to get to know people. Well, depending if the other person, you know, agree. Azusa. Oh my God. Again. I'm going to try to remember that. Azusa. Her name was announced earlier, though, if I'm not mistaken. Azusa. Huh?
さとみあずさ
Azusa Satami. Azusa Satami. Okay. She replied with a pointed glare. Okay. Azusa Satami. Okay.
We're on the same page so far.
Getting to know each other a bit more after that. Again, the situation. Unsurprisingly, her name didn't ring a bell. Huh. I'm Junya Mizumoto. Hello, she make the anime grunts. I can't stop saying. She didn't reply. I hadn't expect her to be honest and tell me her name. Who was this girl? It was taking a while, but I was on one step closer to learning the truth. Oh, Mizura! Oh my god, man. I'm back! Who's she? Oh my god. What happened to you watching the store?
父さん帰ってから
Huh? Dad called for me when he got home, so I went to see him. Oh wow. And then? Speaking of dad, God, those snoring sounds. Or something like that. I heard our father snoring come from the back room. He's in the back room. That's funny.
寝てる
He's asleep? Did you leave after he called you?
いや
Oh, who can really say? I'm lecturing you both when he wakes up. Why? She's cute.
God, help me.
I can't, man. I can't. Oh no! The noises here are back. Now she came outside. She walked outside or something.
水本純也
Hey, you remember my name? You remember Johnny's name? That's cute.